Trouble yourself not with the cost of this crusade. Its noble end affords you broad tolerance in your choice of means.
Alright, let's get Tabulous Stress Shield. Forge Blade has the fits, he needs to get rid of those. Let's get that taken care of momentarily. Is that high enough now to get into... No. We have to do one more in there to get to the next boss. It's really annoying. Okay. Alright, to get this guy needs to be treated. Okay, and Lister needs to be treated. We level this at all? There we go. Great Peon is fine. Forge Blade, we really like that gone. Let's see what mission we want to do next. Just another one in the wheel. The Warrens, rather. Get this taken care of. Doesn't matter which of these we do. Probably not. They're both level. Both give us exactly the same results, too. Alright, we'll do this one. Alright, who are we treating at the moment? Treating Fungi and Lister. Forge Blade needs it, and Peon needs something. Great Peon needs something. Nocturnal removed. Alright. And you need that removed. Okay. Alright. Victor and Solly. Treated last time. Okay, so let's set up a group. Something similar to last time would be fine. Wouldn't mind the Highwayman again. Stunner would be nice. Damage dealer. We could bring a Hellion. Haven't brought one of those in a little while. I just want all my Hellions leveled. Yeah, I only have 2 now. I used to like this group. I think this group got a nerf. Let's throw in a healer and go. Bring Ava. Okay. They all leveled? I think they are. Let's double check. Yes. No. Kind of. Kind of. Skills are we using over here? Maybe the camping is supposed to be more, so maybe you can do some no healer groups with the camping now. That seems like it might be more possible. I don't know how you survive individual fights like that, but it's at least potentially something. Let's get rid of that. I don't have Weakening Curse. I want to train Weakening Curse a little bit and play around with it. Looks like it might be reasonable. Let's do that. Alright, so what do we want to have? 1, 2... 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's go. Item wise, let's give him his silly pot. Rarity. Scouting item. Silly pot. Damage items. What do we have for range damage items? We go through this like every time. Nice if we knew. Melee damage items. I'm gonna try Brawler's Gloves here. And Sun Ring. We need you to hit harder. Sun Ring is here. We did this last time, that was fine. And what do we do for damage? There was a raw damage item in here somewhere. Damage and speed and dodge, right? Okay. And you can take I don't need minus crit. I can take plus crit instead. No stress on that. Let's not bother. Hellmaster stuns are so valuable here, and accuracy. Looks good. Let's go.
Tribute received.
Keys. Stuff to camp with. Food. We're only camping once, right? Okay, let's take 1 herbs. 2 of those. Looks good. Another donation! Please donate $20 and says, Espolin Raspado. No idea how to say that. It's the best budget ace tequila out there. Buy some and make a tequila old fashioned. Thanks, Fleet. Thanks for the donation, man. I'll actually write that down. Girlfriend loves playing around with new alcohols. So, what is it called? Espolin. Okay, Raspado. Raspado. Oh god. R-E-P-O-S-A-D-O. Cheers, Fleet. God, I love having bartenders around. Girlfriend loves doing that too. She worked at a bar for a couple years. It's just so nice to have around. Alright, food, torches, shovels. Let's go. I love all the abilities because I'm playing around with stuff.
They breed quickly down there in the dark.
I mean, a bunch of stuff just changed in this patch, so what was optimal, or what I liked most before, is no longer necessarily what I like most now. Thrown dagger, let's try to kill.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Weakening curse this guy. Oh, I don't need stabby stab in 4th position. We can switch to something else. This almost certainly should have been a Vestal instead. Okay. We can maybe kill that to beast. We get a beast bonus. Cool.
Destroy them all.
Yeah, I need to have another nuke there. Nice. Just kill it before it acts again.
The bigger the beast, the greater the
Streaming is a great way to discover new drinks. Great way to enjoy your old drinks. I don't know about discovering new ones out of that. Alright, we can't use stabby stab from this position, which is too bad. We can use abyssal artillery. I don't think it's leveled at all, though. Which means the damage is going to be pretty sad. Alternatively, I could use mark and not worry about that. Just have like 3 utility spells here. It does add plus damage for the bounty, the grave robber, and makes it easier to hit. Portraits. No, we don't want portraits. Okay, that's a damage buff for the rest of them, or for until we camp, I think. So it might be worth camping after this. I don't know. No stress relief from that though. Maybe not. Okay, what do we have, and how are we going to kill these things? If we do a little bit of damage to the one in the back, we might be able to kill it. With the grave robber. We can stun this guy so we don't have to deal with his double stress bones. Maybe we can kill one of these. Actually, we could. Man, let's try that. Yeah. That wasn't the bone, that's why. Now we can kill it with the.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the.
Do I have any suggestions for parties without a Vestal or an Occultist? I'm kind of addicted to the healer classes. They seem very, very strong. I have played around a little bit with some just like self-healing classes. So you can play around with that. I don't have any specific suggestions for that, but there are quite a lot of self-healing classes. You can also use Crusaders as healers. They have a healing ability. They can be used from the front positions for healing. So you can do a mix of Crusaders and other things. Problem is Crusaders just got a pretty nasty nerf. They just their heals got a little bit nerfed, and their Holy Lances got a little bit nerfed, which kind of sucks. So there's things you can do, and we might play around with it. But I want to beat the game on right now, which is what we're attempting to do. beat the game, play all the level 5s, play all the level 6s, have us go at it like that and see how challenging that is with kind of like min-maxing it, and then I want to go back and play with other build compositions is my goal in that. So at the moment, we're getting pretty close to beating the game.
Hope blossoms.
Yeah, holy Lance got a huge nerf. Lunge this. Alright, let's move back there. Who needs the damage buff? I think you need the damage buff. Okay. Cool. Let's back out. I mean, Holy Lance was only ever good with Crusader pairs anyways, right? Like, you put two of them together and you only went on anti-undead missions. And now, like... seems pretty poor right now. Alright, we do need to get some heals on our guy. I never remember what this takes.
The promise of safety.
I think if I give it a whole water, it gets pissy at me. So let's not do that. Alright, kind of an annoying group. I need to kill this guy because he has a million stress damage. Come on, 0 heal twice in a row. Is that necessary?
Well struck. A devastating blow.
These guys are pretty stunnable. I say as I feel the stun. Let's try for our third 0. 19. That's good. That's good.
A victory.
Got really
Perhaps the
mark
turning
here.
point.
Oops, I need that. Road Hellion's getting the shit kicked out of her. Alright, I should min-max that. There's a 95% chance to disarm that, but I could have made it 100. Alright. 100% of rune battles need to keep going. I don't like my Hellion being this low. I don't really need... I mean, I could eat food and then do that. I could also camp. Okay. Max level collector right now. It's not what I wanted to see. Okay, that's a lot better. Be really nice to stun him. Let me go next. Oh, come on. Okay, Highwayman, Vestal. The Highwaymen actually do a fair amount of damage. I just want the dodge buff up. Can project damage pretty well with the Hellion. Torchlight out though. Mark's not a ton of damage there. I want to do just a little bit of damage to something else. I'll pass Weakening Curse here, literally for the 4 damage, and hope the Vestal will heal the Highwayman instead. Which is sometimes will do. Nope, healed the boss this time. He'll sometimes heal the other guys who are wounded. That's a damage buff. That's scary. Yeah, that's ridiculous. I can't stun him in the back position either. Alright, time for dog treats and damage. Yeah, I need you not to be critting my healer to 0 health in the back while I'm getting my other guy killed too. That'd be ideal.
The ground quakes.
He needs to survive that dot. If he doesn't survive that dot, mission ends. 32, it won't kill it. As I said, the highwaymen do a lot of damage. Okay, survive the dot. Let's get rid of that dot. Then heal. Okay. Not exactly impressive, but better than nothing. Taking a lot of damage here. These fucking highwaymen. I really don't think you can DPS through them though. I don't think you can kill them and have them resummon. You need to act before that. Oh, that's really awkward. Can't do 13 damage though. You can stop healing for 2s. This is a max level guy. He's healing for the same damage I'd heal for at level 1.
A hand's breadth
Bad
from
news.
becoming unwound.
Okay, he's guarded. Thankfully. We have to kill this. Don't heal him. Don't heal him. Okay, buffed himself. Oh, he's still got an action. Getting wrecked. 28. Can't let it heal again. Could retreat now. We won't get the loot. It seems like a pretty good time for it.
No
Retreat
chance
failed.
for egress. Will this be a massacre?
Alright, let's get them off death's door. They can still survive. Maybe stun this. It's double damage buffed. I don't think he can attack though from that position. Another death's door.
As life ebbs,
Another bleed.
terrible
No, no bleed.
vistas of
Okay.
emptiness reveal themselves.
Just gotta slow their damage down. I guess I should have killed that. Especially if you're gonna survive at 1 health. Come on, me next. 0-2-2-4 with my last heals. It's been impressive. Alright, let's lunge. What are you at 1 health? With the dot. Cool. The Vestal has no defensive moves. It's good.
A death by inches.
Alright, that was pretty close. Should have self-healed there. Since he has 0 moves, we should have self-healed, healed, and then killed with that.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and
And
insidious
even going
killer.
into this next room is kind of a big deal. If we run into an encounter there, we're in some serious trouble. I could backtrack, but it's 3/4 of a room. You know what I could do? Did I bring it? I did. Alright, we're gonna take the dinner cart here and take the this gives me a ton of food out of it. That's what it does. I don't normally like to do this, but giving me the heals means I can go forward. Yeah. Gives up a damage buff later, but I think it's worth it just to stabilize a little bit. We can camp in this next room if it's empty, but it might not be empty, and if we had gotten an encounter in a non-empty room there, we could have wiped. Alright, the next 2 rooms are empty. Oh. Wait. Who is the artist? This is darkest dungeon yet? No, we have 2 more bosses to kill. We're at 6 of 8. And once we finish the last 2 bosses, then we'll head into that. So. Oh, hey, Red Hook Chris. Oh, man, it's such a fun game. You guys have done an excellent job with it. It's been a blast. Alright, let's go ahead and camp and heal.
A moment of respite.
Man, we're
A
using a
chance
ton
to
of
steel
food.
oneself against the coming horrors.
I think we can only do this much, as much as we'd like to do more. I think we need to have a little bit more remaining. Alright. There was a heal in here, but I don't have it, it looks like. Can't re-enable it, right? No. Don't have any heals in there. I don't think she has any heals either. It's kind of bad news. Alright, camping almost didn't help us here. Did a little bit, but not too much. Let's therapy dog. We don't want to be surprised. Should reduce that. Puts it down to what, 5? Okay. Do we have a decent 4 we could use? Could use encourage twice. We just prevented nighttime ambush, right? Yeah. Could stress heal here, but we're pretty low already. I kind of feel like double encourage on the guy here and the guy there, and then a pilfer here. Okay, 2 food. It's alright, I guess. No nighttime ambush. Get the camp done with. So. I love the artwork in this game, and I love the narration in this game. It adds so much to the atmosphere of it. So you guys have done a fantastic job on that.
Strength to follow it.
Alright. Let's store on 3 of our 4 characters, or the debuff. We're only like 3 rooms in, too. That collector was pretty nasty. We need a couple of rounds to recover if we possibly can. So a fight that isn't ridiculous would be really good right about now. Should have saved 2 more of that food and I could have feasted. This is what I was saving the medicinal herbs for, but no good. Would have been a damage buff. It's 4 Darkest Dungeon missions. Okay. Ooh, secret door. We have a key too. Some cash. We need cash. Alright, fight incoming. Let's eat again. That's why I didn't feast last time. Just because I was worried about having to eat again. We'd be at 0 food if we had feasted. Alright, a little more cash. We just stun this and kill that. Try to get some heals up. Damage down there, get the second one out of the way.
Grievous
Crits.
palpable fear.
We might be, no, I'm probably not gonna be stunning again. 160. We're at 204. It's not great. I think we're just gonna burst here if we can kill this guy. Okay, he's setting up for his fucking pig trot shit. Does so much damage. Wait, did his retreat not work? It's good. It's good for us. stun again this round. I don't want to move positions. I was crushing backhand, not trot retreat. Thanks. Haven't quite got to the new dungeon yet. Very, very close to it. We're finishing all the bosses, the level 5 bosses with the new content. We're 6 of 8 in. We have 2 left to go, then we'll be approaching the darkest dungeon. Alright, he was stunned. We could lunge here. I don't think it will kill him though. But he hasn't retreated yet, so just doing damage is fine. He has to set up for his really big damage move. He's at 13, bleeding for 3. If we can do 10, there's no way we can do 10. Rodeo. Nice.
Prodigious size alone
Alright.
does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
Okay, we have 2 keys, one for this room, one for the treasure room coming up. We don't need those. Take the bus. We don't need portraits. Speaking of, let's get rid of portraits. Treasure room in a second. Let's go to it. Cool. Item wise, could still be a blockage later. Let's get rid of some of the crests. It's cash. Little extra food here. We'll ditch the bandages for the gold. Can I explain stress for you? Sure. Certain enemy attacks cause stress. Your enemy crits cause stress. You can reduce stress, and what happens is stress is this white bar here. When it reaches 100, your characters have a chance to either become afflicted or get a virtue. An affliction is, and I think it's 75% affliction, 25% virtue, somewhere around there. I think the exact numbers are secrets, so if you devs ever want to chime in, you can correct me on that. But basically, there's a list of afflictions that you can reach. They're negative status effects that remove control of your characters, so they'll sometimes pass, sometimes do actions you don't want, sometimes refuse healing, sometimes shuffle positions, stuff like that, right? Virtues are the opposite. They're a buff that immediately moves your stress back down to around like 20 or 30 or 30 or 40 and give you some sort of random positive that occurs. After you reach 100 stress and become afflicted or become virtuous, if you ever reach 200 stress, you have a heart attack. Heart attack immediately decreases your health to 0 and puts you at 170 stress. And then if you go from 170 stress to 200 again, your character dies. So it gives you a debuff, the heart attack. So you basically have a second heart attack and die. So stress is just a different mechanic. It's a, some games have like mana or something like that. This game has 2. It has health and stress, so the two things you're managing. In general, stress attacks are more dangerous than health attacks because there's more ways to replenish health than there are stress. Although there's a lot of camping skills and some character skills that are based around stress. So hopefully that helps me. I think new classes, I believe, are coming later. At the moment, nope. But right now, there's plenty of new content. You should definitely go check it out. They just changed the way all the classes work, too, in terms of the camping. So if you're interested in... this is a kind of a good time to restart, right? There's a lot of different things out there to play around with. I let my torch go down as I was talking too much. Let's work that back up. All right. We're going to just focus this guy down, I think. He's gonna get one round anyways, might as well send the other guy.
Mortality.
When the enemy's crit, it causes stress if you didn't notice, so it's always stress free when you get crit. Okay, I'll stun here.
Impressive.
Is there permanent death? There is indeed permanent death. When your characters are dead, they are dead. When you reach 0 health, you reach something called death. You're on death's door in this game. At death's door, you have a 67% chance to not die to the next attack that hits you, and a 33% chance to die to the next attack that it hits you until you're off death's door. While you're on death's door, you have a bunch of stat penalties. Once you get off death's door, you have a death's door recovery debuff, which makes you worse at everything until you get back to town. So it's kind of a big deal if you almost die, and it's pretty easy to actually die. One of these items that I picked up, they just sell for 2,500 each. One of them comes off the collector, and 3 of them came out of the secret room. So. Should have lunged there and killed him. That's right. There's no saves coming either. Auto saves, so actions are permanent. It's like playing Iron Man in like XCOM. It's fun.
These nightmares
It's like that without 99.9% of the bugs, so it's not anywhere near as frustrating as that element. Ooh, I think we kept holy water. We did. Nice. We can burn another negative quirk. All right. Let's set up some damage on the back one. You want to know what the portrait in the second inventory? Oh, it's just a portrait. Let's get rid of it. We don't need it. Keep that to the dot. Yes, excellent. All right, let's throw a mark.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
So little damage here. Hopefully we can kill that with the Grave Rock. Get to the dot. Yep. Excellent.
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Yeah, speed's a little tricky to wrap your head around because it's not straight up your stat. There's another roll that adds to it to determine the order. So just because one guy goes first one round and has higher speed doesn't mean he will next round.
A singular strike. Dazed.
Those AoE crits, not sweet.
Break.
Get him down. Could have healed there potentially, but I don't want him to have another action.
Merit, unless inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue.
See Aqua. Alright, what negatives? It's virtue chance. It's virtue chance. I don't really care about those as negatives. No negatives. And thin blooded and God fearing. I guess we'll hopefully get rid of thin blooded. No, God fearing. That's okay though. Alright, we have 100% of room battles. So we have to go through 2 more fights to finish this up. Are buffs still there? We have 1 combat remaining from our camping buffs. Alright. Surprise round. It's good. Let's kill this guy, stun that guy. Hopefully get some healing in this round.
Masterfully
got the fucking stun
executed.
after I said that. Nice. Whenever there's an item in the background, you click on how do I know what item to put in it, because I've played the game a lot. You start to memorize them after a while. You can just look up lists. If you go to the Darkest Dungeon wiki, you can look up the list of what they do. But it's just because I've played it enough that I know most of them now.
Death waits for the slightest
Another
lapse in
crit.
concentration.
Alright, we need to spam a little bit of healing here. How do you find secret rooms? You get a scouting critical, so it's a passive based on your scouting chance, and it will show up a little star. It says secret door, and when you get to that spot in the corridor, you hit up, Alright, let's never ever have you attack me again. This hound's too slow. He isn't able to stun in between. Crush while I'm not looking over here. Talking too much.
And
Really, we just
now
reached death's door. I didn't look
protest.
at the size of the dot.
Hold
7-point
fast
dot. It's a big
or
dot.
expire.
It's gonna act again if we're not careful. My God, seriously. He's gonna act again, so we can kill him. Yep. Stress attack's better than the damage attack here. We're actually running out of life, not stress here. Okay.
This
Alright,
expedition at least
there's
promises
no more
success.
keys left, so I don't need that key. There's no more shovels left though either, so we could get rid of that, the key. Alright, let's try not to lose anyone in this mission. Taking a surprisingly large amount of damage. This group has not been doing very well. Takes advantage we don't have. Can get rid of that. Still bleeding over here. Okay, we have enough food. We can pump a little bit into this.
The match is struck. A
Oh, I thought there was
blazing
another fight here for
star
some
is
reason.
born.
Have another holy water. That's fine.
In radiance, may we find victory.
Alright, last fight. Hope it's reasonable. It's quasi-reasonable. Some stunning. This reduces damage. I honestly feel like at this point, I'm like, my decisions are decision making. I need like a quick break. I think after this one, my decision making is kind of poor. This particular run. So. It's good. I don't need to heal here. So I can stack up debuffs on him.
A decisive pummeling.
Need to get liquored up before the Darkest Dungeon. I bet you that would make a good decision. Probably gonna grab. I don't do Scotch particularly. I prefer tequila to Scotch.
As victories mount,
All right, this item
so
actually is
too
used
will
here, so we'll take
resistance.
that. We don't need the key. We'll take that. We don't need the torches, so we'll
as
take
the
that.
light gains purchase,
Anything else we want to get rid of here?
spirits are lifted
Not really.
and purpose is
Okay,
made
let's
clear.
continue. Interact with this makeshift dining table. Anything in here? No, just more food. We should have taken the citrine over that. That's fine. Okay.
Their squeals fade. Their confidence is shaken.
Cthulhu. Actually, there's gonna be some nasty endgame. Okay, stuff we need to get rid of. Hyder needs to get rid of Demon. matter. Yeah, Shocker's kind of so-so. Much worse on the healer than it is on the damage dealer. Okay.
The degeneracy of the hamlet is nothing, I fear, when compared to the condition of
Okay,
surrounding.
so are we ready
acres.
for the mission? The next... Yes, we are. Okay. So, the last formless flesh kill coming up. Gonna take a very brief break. I'm gonna grab probably some alcohol and some tea and a bite of something, I think. And then we're gonna go for boss 7 of 8. So I'll be back very shortly. I'm gonna run some ads. I'll be back in just a couple minutes.